All right, we're back. Another wonderful set. We have the losers final between Akumar and Wraxell. For those of you that may have just seen the Sash Corn versus Vetter game, we had a bit of an explosive finish between Vetter and Sash. I don't want to say a coin flip finish, but it was borderline coin flip, as I believe in the deciding game, Sash was down to below 200 HP.
It was close.
It was a little
It was
stressful.
very, very close.
And now we're going to go into maybe a little less stressful between Wraxell and Akumar. Neither one, I think, known for being, let's say, balls to the wall gamers and throwing their commanders at each other. But maybe I'll be surprised. Uh,
Yeah, I mean it's definitely exciting to see, and this is a UK versus
yeah.
US show match right here. So Revolutionary War, Patriots, eat your heart out.
Yeah, well, if we look at the maps, we can see Eye of Horus it will be our first game. Pools of Illis, our second, and High Noon will be our third. Should we get there? Wraxell and Akumar, both of these players have been here for quite some time. I'm almost positive if I click this name, we're going to see some stats. And Volshok, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, that's kind of
You
what I
are
would expect
correct.
to see. As for me, Wraxell in my mind has been a relatively new player on the scene, right?
I think he's played a bit, but just not like he's played for a long time,
Yeah,
just not in tournaments. But yeah, in terms of tournament play, definitely kind of newer on the scene. But hey, I mean,
he plays
getting
well.
into groups for both season 5 and season 6 is awesome. And he has a super, super high early win rate, but as the game progresses, it's a little bit more difficult. But I think he's one of those players that
Yep.
it's real hard to survive those early few minutes. But if you can definitely get ahead. But he's super, super strong player.
Kind of one of those players where if you put him into free for all for like 200 games, and once he comes out of that, you have like a new autopilot. That's what you're expecting. As I think Wraxell is very high APM, very strong in the early game, and he does seem to struggle a little bit should it go later, which I have actually seen, which is actually kind of funny that this graph shows that. But I've actually seen that, and uh, Wraxell, if he's in that early game, the first like 20 minutes, he's a monster. He's very very high APM, very hard to deal with. I remember in Alpha Cup, Autopilot, after winning the whole tournament, said his hardest game in the entire tournament was actually versus Wraxell, as Wraxell almost ended up eliminating him uh, during the tournament, which was just absolutely one of the most intense games I think I've ever seen. Uh, but Akumar, speaking of new to bar, only one other BPL that he's played in, and he finished fifth to eighth. And if I remember right, which actually I don't remember if this is the right BPL. I think this is Akumar was the one that actually eliminated Teddy in the qualifiers in his first BPL, which was an absolute upset and surprise to everybody. Frankly nobody knew who he was, and everybody knows who Teddy is, and that
I
man
have
crushed him.
the wrong. Yeah, he so in season 6 he lost to Blow Deer, but I think you're right. I think in
Yep.
qualifiers he got knocked out, but I mean, I think he probably could have gone farther in season 6, but just
I mean, you run
if
into
you
Blow Deer,
meet
right?
the yeah, if you meet the
Like,
champion in the round of 8, it's a little
uh,
rough.
yeah, I mean, Bloater looking incredibly powerful in season 6, as he just, if I remember, did he lose a game? I don't think he lost a single game. Like, not
He
even,
didn't lose. Yeah, he
like,
didn't lose a game. He just steamrolled everything
yeah,
in his path.
it was actually kind of wild. We'll have to see if he keeps that up in season 7. Uh, but yeah, I'm pretty interested to see how these two players play, both relatively new to the bar competitive scene. Maybe that makes me sound like an old man, but maybe, we'll find out.
I'm there with you. Back in my day.
Back in my day, we saw Teddy win BPLs and Shasato. Look at these new kids. Uh,
So game one, Aya Horus, which I'm excited. I think it
yep,
definitely
it's a
it's one
classic.
of the 3 maps I've seen that I've actually seen go T3, which I'm always excited when you get to see 1v1s go a little bit later. Devil's Post Piles has also produced some great T3 games as well.
I'm so afraid for Devil's Post Files now after that Pounder game, though. Like, oh my God, I'm so afraid. X Factor may have started something. We'll have to see. But all right, I'm ready to go in. Are you?
Yeah, I think we could look at the map, or we could just hop right
Oh,
in.
we could
Either
look. It's
or.
up to you. You wanna go look at Eye of Horus? You wanna go look at?
Maybe for the viewers, we could just
We can
run
look.
through it real quick. So, if you guys have never played on this, it has insane wind, 1 to 25, and it has 4 geos,
Yep.
which you can see there. No reclaim, and it's actually a relatively popular map. It's been picked 13 times.
It's
The
a
only maps that are,
classic.
yeah, it is. I mean, that's fair. The only maps that are ahead of it are Canis River, and I think Post Piles is tied with it, but I'd need to see. Oh, wait, no, Post Piles has only been picked 10 times.
One thing not shown on this is not only is this map a 1 to 25 wind map, right? Very high energy. Each and every single one of those maxes is a 2.9. This is a very high metal map as well. Very, very high economy map, and it tends to end up with you just scale into there's just massive armies on the field very quickly on Eye of Horus. Uh, so if this goes late, we could see some pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, and you would think with that incredible win that LDM just mentioned, you'd see a lot of arm, and you would be wrong.
Yeah.
This map has been picked for in 13 games. It has 26 core picks and 3 arm picks, and none of the arm picks won their game. So,
Oh, it's looking rough for ARM enjoyers. Cortex enjoyers rise up. All right, it is our time, brothers. It is our time.
all
Oh
right,
man.
I'm ready.
All
If
right,
you're ready, I'm ready.
we're gonna swap over, and we're gonna go into game one of Eye of Horus between Wraxell and Akumar. And I mean, so far, I have a feeling if I go look at Akumar, oh, oh my God! Well, this is not a good
Well,
sign.
game's over. Game's over.
Yeah, should we just
All
close
right.
this now? I mean,
Yeah, just all right. Looks
oh
like you
man.
lost. Let's go to game two.
Let's just go to game two. Statistically, Akumar has a 0% win chance in this game. We're gonna have to see together if that win chance will be disproven here, as we have an arm bot versus a core bot game coming out. And you know, I think it was Sheep that we were talking with the other day about this of people not really utilizing the hills enough with pawns here to
Yeah.
gap close these grunts as you kind of don't have to worry about the range differences if the grunts can't see you until all of a sudden the buzz saw of 20 pawns is in your face and there's just nothing you can do. But you know, who knows? Is Sheep ever right? You tell me, okay? Impossible to know.
Don't put that evil on me. Don't put that evil on me. So early 3 ticks coming out. It looks
Yeah.
like he just wants to make sure checks out. Yeah. So each of those ticks is going to a separate start location, left, middle, and right to see. Hey, where's his base? Can I poke at anything? I don't think he'll get there in time because there should be grunts out, but
Oh yeah.
maybe he can snipe an expanding con. It's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, Raxel's doing like the pretty standard, like, okay, 2 con, you just make grunt on repeat. Oh, he's actually going for the 3rd con. Interesting. A little bit greedier, but you know, when you're against Armbot, which he's about to discover, it really just comes down to don't die, just play defensive, don't lose things unnecessarily to ticks, and just get the grunt ball going. And once the grunt ball's going, it's actually like there's a counterattack moment where the arm player can just outright die, as they just don't really have the units to deal with the grunt flood coming across the map.
Yeah, and what? Look at Akumar is going to go double LLT in his base before doing anything else, which is like kind of crazy to me.
I mean, I don't even know if that's kind of crazy. I think that's full on, like, I don't know if I've seen somebody do that. That's actually wild. I mean, his base is going to be very safe, as he is just kind of going pawn on repeat here, but I mean, I guess he's calm walking as well, making actually an LLT on every single mex. Interesting. Kind of similar playstyle to, I guess we haven't seen him in a while, but Ragna actually also was a really big LLT enjoyer in 1v1.
Right.
It's like you would see like multiple LLTs on mex clusters. You'd see every LLTs everywhere that the sun touches.
Wraxell, he has this calm and a nano in base. He has like 500 BP on that lab, but he's normally when you drop the nano, you calm lock behind it. So he's just massing out grunts right now. You're looking at 20 grunts.
Yeah, Wraxell did lose a mex to a little bit of this tick harass, but I think Akumar's in this very frightening position of there's a lot of grunts coming across the map, and he does not have a whole lot of pawns in return.
He does have 2 LLTs in his base, though.
He does, and he's actually even swapped this pawn queue over to a Centurion, which
Okay.
I actually like. I mean, if you're
Does
playing
he?
defensive like this, it's actually kind of
He doesn't
interesting.
have a radar in his base. Whoa.
Okay, now
Dude.
that's crazy. That's
That's
crazier than the dual LLT. That's wild. All right. The fact he's 2-con expanding here actually means he'll get this LLT up very quickly. The Centurion should allow him to push out and actually start claiming some of these mexes, as the grunts really need a very favorable trade to fight it. Well, he did hear us, the Raiders going down.
It's kind of an interesting swap, though, right? Wraxell is just keeping the comm in base for the BP, and then Akumar has his comm expanding. On the flip side, though, Wraxell does have 4 expanding cons just versus the 2 of Akumar. So we'll see who can ride out that economic advantage, but army value is slightly in favor of Wraxell.
Yeah, I think Wraxell really needs to figure out some way to deal with this Centurion, as he's actually just slowly getting grunts chipped off by the fat man waddling at him. But Akumar's making more Centurions. This is a very Centurion-heavy play. We have not seen this in Eye of Horus, I feel like, in quite some time, or if ever, actually. He's just going mad, like a lot of Centurion. Like, I guess two is not exactly a lot, but he has it in the repeat queue, and that's more than I'm used to seeing.
I mean, I think if they're in position, it's awesome, right? Because they can trade really well with the grunts, and then the grunts have to, commit onto them so the pawns can hit, so the pawns can't just get chipped away.
I like it, yeah.
Centurions are not fast, so I feel like the grunts, they can really pick and choose the battle unless they're defensively holding ground.
All things considered, Akumar is actually, he's keeping up. And in fact, he has a very slight metal lead over Wraxell with this comm expand versus the multi-con expand. It's kind of interesting. I don't think I think Akumar's just kind of chilling. He's in an okay position. He's making multiple Centurions. Wraxell's already swapped to a few thugs.
Wraxell snuck through the mountains just like Sheep said, and he ran a bunch of grunts kind of over that mountain and is going ahead. And he made thugs to fight those Centurions, so we'll see how this plays out. I don't know if these grunts are really going to get much done, though, are they?
No, I think with the investment Akumar put into LLTs, I think Wraxell's going to need to commit far more grunts than this to actually defeat this LLT. Oh my god, Akumar's even making more. Like, this could be just pretty large feat, actually. Well, actually, good reaction times from Wraxell. Ooh, the thugs are going to start pressuring the Centurions.
Start chipping. Beamer going down. There's a Beamer behind it, which is nice too. So as long as these Centurions don't die early, I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, good catch actually, kind of on these grunts. Shaving off quite a few, already starting to reclaim them.
And he's going to commit the grunts in. I think these Centurions and the Beamer and everything are just gone, right? Well, reinforcing pawns.
Another Centurion as well. I think Wraxell he should be able to defeat although, maybe the Beamer the Beamer should die. Wraxell did lose a lot of his army for this, but he should come. It looks like he has come out ahead as there's only really a single Centurion left. All the thugs did die though, and this is a lot of metal.
Wraxell's supporting it with a ton of grunts. Both players dropping res bots now and heading over. I mean, to be fair, Akumar has just been scaling wind forever, so he has a massive E lead, so he can res all these things really, really quickly.
He does have a massive E lead. Unfortunately, most of that E lead has gone right into the dumpster, as about about a third of his energy has been excessed at this point.
Oh my god! Yeah, 55k. Ooh,
it's very, very unfortunate, as that is a lot of metal that could have been either more units or anything really. But yeah, this res field is kind of frightening. I'm surprised actually that Wraxell's moving more units elsewhere, as
it's 1.5k, right? So I mean, if he can contest and hold this, he snipes the first res bot that's coming.
Oh, Wraxell
and then
not commit on that.
No, there's 3 cents now, right?
Yeah, 3 Centurions with pawn support. If he commits those grunts, he's going to lose those grunts. And Wraxell actually full metal bar. A weird little kind of like economic stall here by Wraxell. He actually just can't spend his metal.
Akumar swapped into RMV as well, so we see Blitz coming out.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, you know, I don't mind. I don't mind it at all, right? He's in this position where he's actually got a pretty hefty little metal income. He's got a very good energy income. He's transitioning to slightly better units. Like I wouldn't be surprised if even we start seeing medium tanks soon. Maybe even a couple Janus. Maybe, who knows?
He's gonna send it. It looks like, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's committing.
Wraxell's not reacting. These grunts are gonna get caught, and actually, frankly, Akumar's just driving past the grunts, going for the exploiters.
Oh my god. The wind just dropped from like 22
Oh,
to
wow.
3, and Wraxell has 3 labs in his base and is just stalling. He cannot dump this metal at all.
Wow, I actually like just pure fate coming in and hitting Wraxell in the face with the
Oh my god, dude.
the
The
lack
wind
of
is at
energy.
1.2. Are you kidding
Oh
me?
man, his exploiters can't fire, and this is the worst time for this to happen. Actually, I don't know if Akumar looked at the wind and decided to send it, or if this is actual fate, but it's whatever. It's working out.
Either or. I think he may have looked at the wind and then sent it, but what an incredible decision right there. Like, poor Wraxell, he's just dropping down. He has 3 cons and his commander building solars, just trying to get anything to stabilize his E-economy, because if he can get Shuri's out, he can repel this, but he's already lost, what, 6 mexes?
So many mexes. Not even normal mexes. He's lost exploiters, and those are very, very expensive, and not something you want to just be losing for free when realistically that might have been defendable had he had a little bit more energy. But.
Yeah, and I mean it's frustrating. Like, Wraxell doesn't want to. He can't operate triple lab, but he just has so much metal. He doesn't want to eat these labs because he just overflow it.
Well, it looks like another army of Akumar has cleaned up another exploiter, has cleaned up a con, and Akumar's already started eating this metal. Tier 2 has gone down.
Yes,
wow.
Yeah, T2 is done. He already has Amexes. He just straight up tacked behind that entire raid, which was amazing. And then this is such a hard thing for core T1 bots to fight into, right? You're going to be fighting Jags or Bulls, and that's just an impossibly difficult thing. And the air lab for Shuri's, which may have been able to turn fights, can't do anything now once Jags are on the field.
There's a slight worry here, right, of Akumar, the transition period from like early tier 2, like right when you, especially after you just sent it, right, and all of your army value was just committed to hurt your opponent. The return attack is actually very dangerous, and you can see that kind of as Wraxell looks like he wants to try and get some real damage done now that he knows he's up in army value. And it's looking like he's going to get a bit done, but Akumar actually is prioritizing, I think, enough tier 2 units. He should actually be able to defend this quite easily. He's going to lose a few mexes, but...
Yeah, I think he'll be okay. I mean, the one nice thing is the bots can definitely abuse the hills, like they can just run on the flat. Okay, cool. Yep. So they could just run over that hill and then they'd have to get chased, but...
It's kind of a downside of fighting an LLT enjoyer like Akumar is he's going to get there, but... It's the anvil of LLTs versus
Wraxell's gone bomber.
Oh, I kind of like it. The Jag's on the other side, and actually, are those bombers already going across? No, he's just doing a U-turn.
I thought he was, but it seemed like, yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh man, a lot of army actually just died. He killed 3 mexes. Wraxell killed 3 mexes for that entire investment, and that is brutal.
And I like this. He dropped a console, and the console's just gonna rebuild all those mexes and reclaim everything with its super speed. But here we go. Looks like Wraxell's gonna send it.
This is a surprising choice. It's committing grunt. I mean, the brute's short, but the grunt incisor into just mass jag. I don't know.
And on the other side, these Jags are running through, and there's nothing really in their way. There were a couple grunts. There's some Pounders rallied, but Pounders chasing Jags is a tough proposition.
Yeah, this is running away from Wraxell. I think he just couldn't get anything done with his army value. This bombing run is going to be very important. He needs to get something massive done with this.
I mean, there's a ton of wind there, right? So he might be able to. My one concern is those Jags are in the way. So if he flies over those Jags, that bombing run is over before it begins.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going, although these bombers are in a very awkward like strung out
Uh,
position.
maybe? Are there enough Jags?
Well, there
I
are Jags
think
in the back of Wraxell's base while he's doing this. He's also blind bombing. I don't think Wraxell has any vision of it. He does now, but
I think you'll at least get a few, right? Oh yeah, actually, that was a
okay,
pretty good
pretty
connection
decent.
for one.
He's retargeted as well. The follow-up bombers. Oh, unfortunately, there's enough Jags to shoot them down. Oh wait, the return bombing?
Maybe.
Yeah, okay, not terrible, all things considered. I don't know if that offset the damage he's received, but it is relatively good, and he needed something.
I mean, he's ahead in terms of energy now. Although a huge part of that is just because he dumped solars, and that raid was stopped. So army value is still in favor of Akumar, but at least there's an insane amount of reclaim. There's what there's 4K reclaim on Wraxell's side of the map.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, it's a pretty massive, or it was a pretty massive army value lead, but it's tier 2 units versus tier 1, and it's not like, you know, it's just Jags. Like, these are bulls, and bulls probably eat brutes for breakfast. It's gonna be hard, I think.
I also like this. After he got bombed, Akumar was like, "Yeah, wind is amazing, but he's just gonna drop a fusion because he's floating like 2K metal and he's stalling."
Yeah, which kind of sucks, you know, on the map like this. Yeah, I feel like, you know, maybe I'm a hater, but wins are good, and on a 1 to 25 map, and making fusions this early is a little unfortunate. But again, whatever. All things considered, he just needs energy, and fusions are pretty good.
Yeah, I mean the AGO is always nice, but you can't get it with a core V. So
Oh, nice commit with the shurikens here. He needs to
Shuri's?
stun the Jag before he commits on anything else, but he is gonna get it.
I think he's got it. I think he gets it all.
This is a nice little pickup. Wraxell needed this to give him some real value. As this console has been reclaiming behind this push, but that's another 1,500 metal going the way of Wraxell. If not more,
Yeah,
actually.
assuming he can reclaim it. And I think Akumar may have baited himself a little bit with the Jag anti-air because he wanted it to be able to stop the bombers and the Shuris. Jags do not fight into brutes very well, to put it mildly.
Yeah,
So I
it's a
think
little brutal.
he might be over committing on Jags. Do you think? Just because it's just brute Shuri in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, he desperately needs this. Like, once he gets that point of, like, there's a decent amount of of bulls, like, he could just eat this army alive as long as it doesn't get shuried. I think, like to see an air lab from Akumar now that he has his, you know, his fusion done, energy economy is pretty healthy. Realistically, there's no reason not to drop an air lab, just for a few fighters.
Or even just a flak. Like, I feel like one flak completely negates, a flak with some supporting Jags just wrecks the entire Shuri brute plan.
I'm a big fan of fighters are fast, they move across the map fast, and they're relatively cheap, high energy cost. You just finished your fusion, it's time, you know, like.
And Wraxell has swapped. He's going T2. He's going Tiger.
The thing that scares me here, looking at this, is how many tier 2 mexes I see on the minimap for Akumar already, and how many I see for you know, Wraxell, which is 0. Right? Like, it is 0.
Well, he finished his con and he's going to start upping now, but oh no, he's not. His con is boosting his T2 lab. Oh, mistakes were made.
Wraxell's getting a really good surround here, actually, on Akumar's army, and I think he's going to clean up another army of Akumar's. He keeps pushing out with just not quite enough units, and getting overwhelmed.
Yeah. He has a Resbot behind reclaiming all this stuff too, and also incredibly exciting, he has a Tsar en route, and Tsar Tiger is going to absolutely bully that Bull Jag line.
And, you know, Wraxell has a lot of the map. He has maybe 60-70% of the map. He has more tier 1 mexes. He may be down in tier 2, but he's getting all of the reclaim, and has multiple tier 1 mechs. Like, he has a substantial tier 1 mex lead. It's actually far closer than it looks, and
yeah, he also has 4 E storages after the wind dropped to 2. He's like, never again. Never
I
again.
I think Akumar's in a lot of trouble when this Zara gets here, as he's gonna need to swap into a far more expensive, you know, maybe a couple Starlights to deal with this, as Bulls just get
He
eaten for breakfast.
he has a fusion, so I think he
Yeah.
could. But no, I agree. I mean, he's going to have to give up a lot of ground, and his base is right there, and the reclaim field is there. Like, you really do not want to back up here, because if he leaves this choke point, he can get raided. All those mexes to the side get raided. But oh, what the Czar, like, is just pushing up solo.
The Czar's
Whoa,
also
what?
drifting. I don't know what.
Yeah,
Oh, that was crazy looking, but
dude, it's stuck on the rack.
I think that actually just killed the Czar. That was so lucky for Akumar. That's so unfortunate.
Oh my god. All right, guys. I think we all know we've seen Fast and the Furious Tokyo drift, but do not drift your Czars.
Please do not drift your
rules to this
Czars.
game. No Czar drifting.
That's insane. Oh man, Wraxell just lost all of his res bots, drove right into that brute shot. That's actually far scarier now for Wraxell, as the Starlights are out, and the Czar is very dead. That is far scarier.
Yeah, and I kind of want res bots, but I guess if he just wants to eat it, that's fine as well.
Yeah, and it looks like he is. I mean, that's about 5,000 metal is going his way. We're probably going to have to see him drop another fusion soon, especially if he wants to shoot the Starlight. Oh, man. I don't actually think he can. The wind went down to 1. Oh, my God. Oh, no.
It's so funny to see everything stall, but Tiger's going to do Tiger things, right? Just brute force it in.
Yeah, but that is a lot.
They're going to commit on the Starlight and get it, I think.
They're going to get the Starlight.
Still can't fire.
Lost actually a decent amount of Tigers, but I would say a good trade if he was securing the metal, but all the metal is just going the way of Akumar.
Yeah.
Second fusion goes down.
He's got second Czar is almost out. He just has Czar on repeat, basically.
Oh, man. See, that's brutal, right? Like, Akumar's on 2 fusions. All of his mexes are tier 2. Wraxell's just starting his first fusion, but I mean, if we look, it's 14 tier 2 mexes to 3. That's not good. That's not good. That's a rough position to be. Oh no, 4. Sorry, there's 4 tier 2 mexes.
Yeah. Losing the reclaim field is really difficult too. I mean, he just has a couple cons eating it, but there's still 5k here, and he is just feasting.
Yeah, just making a pretty good defensive line on the other side. A third fusion even going down. A fourth fusion, making 2 fusions at once. Man, Akumar feeling rich. Feeling very willing to do this. I'm really surprised we're actually not seeing an air lab yet out of it.
I'm surprised at that too. I also feel like if you're gonna make this many bulls, just go gantry, right? Like, don't you just go Razor or Mara? Like, you could Mara over the hills, or
I mean, maybe, right? But I feel like you want to be in a healthier economic position before you do something like that. As
Wraxell swapped into Quaker, which I like. Like, he can, it's kind of a dead thing, but he's got a Czar here, right? So he's like, hey, you've got all these bulls, I'm going to make you fight into me.
Yeah, Czar, Quaker,
Banisher.
I like it. And Tiger, yeah. It's like that quintessential, like, Cortex comp, right? Where the gantry's coming out. Yeah,
okay.
This makes a little more sense here, right? Like, look, he's 4 fusions in. It makes a little more sense to get a little healthier economic position before we go crazy with the gantry. But
although he had it queued and then canceled it, so maybe he is. All right, there we go.
He's just baiting us. And the air lab goes down as well. Although, Wraxell smelling something on the wind, going 1 fusion gantry, as he is substantially behind in economy. But Shivas, I've heard scientifically, aren't good units. Maybe. Who knows?
Get out. Get out. All right, so for core, it's real easy, right? You just go probably Shiva, just pure Shiva, or maybe Karg, so you could abuse the hills a little bit, but I don't think you need to. The question is, do you think Mara or Razor is better here?
Akumar thinks Mara. He thinks Marauders. Which, all things considered, you could get some pretty high value from them on a map like this. Cortex, he knows he's against Cortex vehicle. Everything they have is relatively slow. As long as he doesn't take these Marauders and go fight the army he's against, I think it's pretty good. If he uses them,
they just got starlighted.
Oh man, okay, look. I don't know if the Czar wants to push that, all things considered. The Banisher, actually Wraxell's thinking about it.
He might.
That's kind of crazy. I don't know. This is the point where this comp kind of falls off. Is like there's starlights out. You kind of can't push into it.
I'm actually a little worried now because I feel like if these Maras can't get around in raid, like Maras cannot fight Shivas. That's just not a thing. So I'm a little worried that if he can get enough Shivas early and just start hitting the base, like Wraxell can just out trade Maras all day with Shivas.
He can. There's a point where you can fight Shivas with Marauders, but it's like you need to be full surrounding them and obviously just have more metal invested into the fight, right? Which if you look in mid, right, there's like what, 1 Shiva, 2 Shivas versus like 6 Marauders, 7 Marauders. They probably win that. But there's gonna reach a point. Yeah, or it's just.
I'm just watching a single starlight snipe everything on the right, just ever so slowly.
Yeah. I mean, this is where you kind of need to break in. Like, oh, he's gonna commit for it. He doesn't see it though. He's blind firing. The Bulls are gonna commit to try and push back the Quakers, and
they got him.
They're definitely.
Zar's gonna get some hits. Not too much though.
Well, Akumar baited us with the Marauders. He started moving, but is not committing. How many is he gonna make before he goes? I think you're right though. There's a point where there's enough Shivas out where it's like, okay, all of a sudden you don't have the tools you need to fight these.
I think it's fine if he's the one forcing it. Like if he sends the Maras before the Shivas are in position, it's fine. But if those Shivas just start attacking and the Maras have to respond to them, he's kind of screwed, right? Like,
I mean, Starlight can Convulsive fight it. Okay.
True.
Right? Like they can fight. I say okay. It's only one Starlight, so realistically. You know.
Oh, and he's gonna send the Maras and then swap into Razor, which I really like. So Maras across mid.
I mean, I really like the Marauders here if he uses them not to fight army. Like if he just goes past the Shivas and just, you know, uses the Marauder speed, just hits economy, kills tier 2 mexes. This is high impact. And I mean, he's kind of running into a little bit of the army. He's getting some Marauders shaved off, but he's definitely getting into the promised land.
Yeah, if you can get in, I mean, there's converters, there's wind. I think you just go mexes, right? You want to go lefts and then just snipe mexes?
Maybe split, right?
Sense.
Like, I don't know, pushing into the Shivas, actually, maybe don't even split. Pushing into the Shivas is crazy. Akumar doesn't actually agree, as he's going to try it.
He's going to commit. I mean, if you can get in and get BP, that'd be huge.
Oh, man. Yeah, but this is kind of what I'm afraid of, right? Like
he full sent the army on the other side because the Shivas were going. So Akumar's got Bulls on one side and Mars on the other. And this is, Wraxell. And so Wraxell is desperately tried to fight these both off. But the tanks are going to run into the Shivas.
Yeah, these Bulls are going to get cleaned up for sure. But this is what I really expected to see from Akumar. Just spread the Marauders, go kill tier 2 mexes, and just cripple the economy of Wraxell.
Yeah, I mean, Shivas are incredible stout sticks, but they are not fast. That is the one thing they are lacking. So if you can just split them up and move them around the map, you can squeeze between them.
Yeah, Wraxell's going to start pushing back on the east side, but so much damage has already been done on the west. So many mexes are dead, and it's just look at the map. A second ago, 70% of the map was blue, and now maybe 20% is blue. It's so much damage has been done and just loss of map control. Oh.
Yeah, these Mars are going to try to go in and force against the Shivas again. I don't think they're going to be successful. There's 10k metal on this side.
Yeah, Wraxell.
So if you can survive this, but there's Razors coming in now.
Yeah, and this is where it gets really scary. It's not 1x1 Razors. There are 3 Razors already on top of your base. Shivas fight into them fairly well, but unfortunately, the Razors are already on top of the economy. Fusion goes down.
They get Fusion, Anti goes down. He's going to get the BP as well. I think that.
Man.
Oh, and the second Fusion, do they get it?
Yeah, the second Fusion should go down. Against the rest of the BP. Oh, man, the gantry even is going to go down. Actually, I imagine Wraxell is going to even target economy. Overkills both Fusion Rex. They don't even have the option to res them.
That is well done for me. I mean, that's one of those brutal things with Shivas where if you're the aggressor with Shivas, they feel amazing. But if you're trying to defend with Shivas, it's just super difficult because you're going to splash your own stuff. They can't respond very quickly. And I think Wraxell calls it.
Yeah.
That was a good game, though.
That was interesting.
Wow. Before you hop out, take a look in the top left. he just put down like
The pit
10
bulls.
pit bulls.
Yeah. I was watching him build that
I
at the
didn't notice
start,
it.
and I was like, yeah, it's kind of smart. He had like 5 or 6 bulls, something like that, sitting there, and he was just making pit bulls, and he just played defensive, and you know, made turrets like that. Akumar, in my brain, is now a turret enjoyer. That is what he is. Uh,
Yeah.
and all things considered, it worked out for him. He defended pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, he did great. So that was game one on Eye of Horus, which is going to go Akumar's way on the back of a little Marauder Razorback.
I like it.
But really, it was a good game. It was a close game for a lot of it. It felt like Wraxell could win it, and then Akumar had just that really great raid through the back and took, went T2 behind it, and then there was sort of the counter push, but back and forth, which, yeah, I thought it was super fun to watch. Game two on Pools of Eyeless. How you feeling about this, LDM?
I mean, I've liked this map. It's been like, I think it's Neb's first map he's made, and I've been doing nothing but singing its praises every time I see it, as we tend to get quite good games on it in both teams and 1v1s. It's a very interesting map.
Yeah.
I do want to point out, though, we went into Eye of Horus with a 0% ARM win rate.
Oh my God, you're right.
And now, no longer do we have a 0% win rate, as Akumar has gotten the first win as ARM on that map with a pretty
Let's go,
creative
America.
build.
That's what we like to see.
Yeah, it is good. It was an interesting way to play it, right? Like the Centurions to really just force the grunts back on the front, and then just heavy LLT usage on the rest of the map. Which, in theory, you would think you would put him behind, but he was relatively even with Wraxell for most of the game.
Yeah, no, I mean he was doing great for sure. Like it was a good game, and Pools of Eyeless put the geos there, so now there's no more.
I really don't know if I've ever seen anybody build the corner geos. I probably have, and I'm just not remembering. But the middle one for sure. I have never seen anybody build those geos. Like it's usually pretty consistently, the top and the bottom geo are like the ones that get taken, and everybody goes from there.
Yeah, fair enough. The one thing I will say that I do love on this map is we've seen, not consistently, it's still more core favored, but we have seen every lab and every faction on it, which has just been great. And it's been picked quite a bit. So it was picked 12 times. We've seen 9 ARM picks with 5 wins, and we've seen 15 core picks with 7 wins.
Okay.
So
I mean, that's not bad. ARM getting a little bit of love, a little bit of win rate. It's Eye of Horus bad, but that's is that the best in the pool for ARM win rate? That feels like that might be, right?
I think. Hold on, let me see.
It's gotta be up there.
The best, hilariously enough, for ARM win rate is Devil's Post Piles, 6 picks, 4 wins.
Oh wow, okay, Devil's Post Piles, interesting. Well,
yeah, I'm not even sure. Anyway, we ready?
All right, I think we are ready. I'm gonna swap over to the game. We're gonna go into game 2 of Wraxell versus Akumar on Pools of Illis. And already I can see.
All right.
Kind of a ARM again for Akumar, but a little bit more of a less than standard spawn.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I could see maybe you just want a lab here, and then you have a single LLT to protect raids from that whole side, and then you just expand out. But going north where you have all those mexes, I think is far more standard, just because you have all that BP for when you transition or when you're doing mexes. I mean, those are all 2.2 mexes, right? So when you hit T2, it's really nice to be able to do it. But he's going to do this little narrow choke here and go ARM vehicle. And Wraxell on the other side is actually going to do the same.
Yeah,
so this is going to be ARM versus ARM, vehicle on vehicle action.
Okay. I don't know if I've seen this matchup in quite some time. I'm pretty excited to see this. We don't get to see ARM vehicle versus ARM vehicle very often.
Yeah, it's one of the few times I think where we really get to see Blitz do things, just because Blitz sucks so bad versus incisors that they're kind of relegated out of the matchup. But here you're like, oh, you have units that suck, I have units that suck. Hey, we can both make them.
Yeah, and it's like Blitz is... They're so bad at fighting incisors, but they're so fast. They're so good at hitting undefended positions and repositioning. They're just so strong at that that it is just a shame that they're so bad at fighting incisors because it just kind of kicks them out of the meta a lot of the time. Uh, but you know, if your opponent's arm and you kind of get like Bullshock's saying, you know, you can kind of get away with that. Uh, well, both rovers are going to pass each other, although there, Akumar finally responds to one and should be able to clean up this rover from Wraxell. Well,
And Wraxell's going to send his other one to the default spawn and then realize, wait a minute,
yeah, that doesn't.
it's not there.
Something's weird. Akumar is going to get a full scout of Wraxell's base, which is, you know, he knows where he is. It's always important to get that. Oh, good radar position from Akumar, actually. Sees basically everything.
Yeah, it's awesome, and he has a rascal coming up to, or a rover coming up to stop this other rover, so maybe it can snipe him. No, it's not. There's two. So it doesn't get the max. It also doesn't find the full position of the base. It knows that it's not standard, but
you should be able to guess, right?
Else.
Like this while this is not like a traditional spawn for this map, it's been done enough. I feel like at this point, if you can see where the units are coming from, and you can kind of make an educated guess. But I think both players are going to be pretty consistent on just making rovers and sending them at each other for a bit, and these initial fights are going to really determine a lot, as Akumar is actually coming out quite ahead, really out-traded Wraxell there. Ooh. Rover gets picked up on the other side. Akumar not quite getting the damage he was looking for. Half health, some mechs, and that's about it. Another wave coming in.
Does he? I don't think he gets this max, right? Even if he full commits on it.
Oh no, not quite.
Maybe.
Oh my God! He broke their ankles. Holy, that's crazy. Wow, I didn't expect to see that. He actually like neoed through the lasers and just killed the mechs.
That was amazing. He's getting raided in his own side though, but he has a reinforcing set of rovers that I think can.
Yeah, right? He should be able to clean it up. I don't think they
get the max. Although last time I said that he shouldn't get the max, he immediately got the max.
Yeah, that rover lived, by the way. Oh, well. Okay, I shouldn't have spoken. I'm sorry, little rover. I've jinxed you. Akumar, you know, again, a lot of LLTs on these mech clusters, which I will help him quite a bit for defending against these raids.
And Akumar is the first to break the rover stalemate and swap into blitz.
I almost feel like it's a little too early. There's so many rovers still on the map, and blitzes I guess can play defensive, but I don't know. Maybe he'll look for some damage with this blitz in a little bit, but there's a lot of rovers from Wraxell on his side of the map. Ooh, this is actually kind of scary. Akumar could lose a con here, if not multiple mexes. He does not have enough units to defend this. A good mex... Oh, just barely denies that mech self-D. That one connects. Kills a few rovers, but multiple mexes now having gone down. 3 mexes for essentially nothing.
Yeah, and it's a little scary. I mean, Akumar has his comm out expanding, but Wraxell has 4 expanding cons, or 3, I guess, technically. But, you know, Akumar is just kind of trapped on his side of the base.
Yeah.
So his side of the map in his base, good God.
Yeah. Like, that con that was expanding, having to turn around and rebuild mexes. Oh, he misclicked it. He clicked a move command instead of the mex. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Didn't actually end up rebuilding that mex, and is going to lose another one, maybe. Oh, wow. This
yeah, it feels like
bad.
Wraxell's just kind of picking him apart with these rovers, right?
Yeah. A lot of damage has already been done. Wraxell with the greedier opening, he's got his con turret in his base. He's got like multiple blitzes already made and on the way.
Oh no,
Oh, not again.
He's definitely gonna lose. Oh, he's gonna
oh no! Oh my God! Akumar self-Ds his mechs and kills all of his own rovers without killing a single one of Wraxell's. That is so unlucky. Wow, I mean, this has reached a point of like the game might actually just be over off of the damage that's been done, unless Akumar could find something in return. But
I mean, it's funny because army values equalize, but you never would suspect it because these Blitz haven't been able to do anything, and Wraxell swapped into Blitz of his own, and now he has more of them, so he can pick apart this like slight Blitz raid, and he just cannot expand. He's just constantly behind.
And there
Oh
are
no.
winds dying to Rovers. More mechs is going down. I think we're going to see a quick game here, as there has just been an obscene amount of damage done. What is this? 6 windmills? No. Oh my god. Even more windmills. 7 windmills and a mech's die in his... Akumar, I'm pretty sure, talking about himself. As he's been reduced to his starting... Just slightly more than his starting mechs is.
Yeah, if you're looking at eco stats, it's a little rough. That 160E to 370E, and then the 15 metal a second to 40 metal a second.
Yeah, Wraxell is pretty
looking bad.
He's pretty content to just sit and pump units, as there's really not a lot Akumar can do with. You know what? At least he's not metal floating. You know what? At least he's not storing a lot of metal, as he currently has 13 metal.
Yeah. Oh, his commander's in mid. Is he gonna? He doesn't have energy to degun, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a little scary. He's making a lot of LLTs, but I'm not sure that matters when he doesn't really have the energy. Oh,
Blitz on blitz action. Oh. Decent surround.
Yeah.
Everything is hitting different targets, so I don't think we really get that much flanking damage.
Yeah, I think Wraxell just has more, right?
Yeah. I mean, at least the Rex are on that side, so once he has some LLTs and a few more units, he can probably go and secure it, but...
Yeah, this is a little bit smarter from Akumar. Turn around and start eating the crystals. Don't keep walking up into that when he, you know, when he's stalling as hard as he is.
And Wraxell swapped into just Janus Stout.
Yeah, it makes sense. He's got a lot of metal in the bank. He's really scaling BP and energy. Okay, it makes sense. It's time. You know, the Janus can maybe push Akumar off this mid position, as he just frankly will not be able to defend against him.
Yeah, I mean, I think his calm just dies in a little bit here, because once the Stouts can start bullying the LLTs, the Janus can just hold fire, set target, and eliminate.
Man, it's not a good sign when Bar has swapped the music to Fading Hope of Victory, okay, as I think that's somewhat accurate. Looking at the situation we're in. I really don't know what Akumar does here. He's going to make a forward bot lab, and I'm going to assume maces? Yeah, okay, a con into maces, but...
It's dove, though. Everything is coming. He's going to lose this. I think he's going to lose this lab and his commander momentarily. We'll see. Yeah, he's got his incisive or his blitz coming over to defend, but that just means that Wraxell can commit the other ones directly in.
Oh, cute little reclaim there, actually. Wow, he right as the lab was about to die, he reclaimed it and got the full value of the lab back. That was well done, even if, you know, I don't know if that helps his situation.
Unfortunately, he's been floating metal forever because wind dropped and he has no energy.
Yeah.
And his base is about to die again, I'm pretty sure.
Another con dies. He has 3 LLTs to defend, but I mean...
I think, can't the Blitz just run past
sure
it,
the
though,
Blitz
and
just...
then just finish the wind?
I'm pretty sure they just keep driving.
Oh, boy.
Look. I don't want to be that guy, Akumar, but this is looking mighty bad, my man. I don't know.
Yeah. What's funny is I feel like he took the spawn Oh, man.
No, the E-Store. Oh, my God. That is just adding insult to injury, as now Akumar...
It's weird because I feel like he took the spawn specifically to play this like aggressive style, so he wouldn't get raided as easily, but then he just got raided. Oh, his commander has problems.
Yeah, I really think it's off the back of he just swapped to blitzes too quickly. They reached a point there he just had so many rovers on his side of the map that he just could not deal with. And he just lost all of his mexes. He lost his mexes, he lost his con.
He's gonna full send bottom.
Oh well, okay, might be get some value here.
I mean, he's got some mexes. Looks like Akumar or Wraxell is just gonna send at his base, but
yeah, this is
at least
damage.
There's some counter damage.
This is something. He's getting some. I don't know how he stops the brute or the stout Janus in his face. He may be making nothing but Janus of his own. He could play full defensive, but this is still so many stouts. With no energy. He's trying to double lab even, so he's doesn't have the energy on the front. Oh man, this is looking like this might be the finishing blow from Wraxell.
And to stop these blitz, he actually swapped Banshee, which is kind of funny. Made a handful of Banshees, and they're picking it up. And this is looking dire. I think we might see a GG quite soon.
Yeah, the Banshee's getting spotted, but realistically doesn't matter. The Stouts and the Janus are on the lab, on the energy for like the third time as Akumar just loses everything. Yeah, just calls it basically unrecoverable.
Self-destructive.
Yeah.
We're just going to pretend we didn't watch Akumar blow up a mech and kill all of his own rovers. Okay, it happens to anybody. Okay.
That was brutal. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh, sick! He's gonna lure him in."
Yeah, it was so
it just killed all of his defending rovers.
It was so close to actually being really good self-D, and he really needed it as he was pretty hard down in army value. Well, not really an army value, in rover count, really, as
Yeah.
it's kind of this weird position of you need to be making these rovers as long as your opponent is, but you don't want to overmake them, but you also really don't want to undermake them. So it's kind of like a weird game of chicken of who stops making rovers quick, like sooner, but also can survive stopping making rovers. It's strange.
Yeah. No, it is. You're right. It totally is.
Unfortunately, Akumar, he blinked first, and he stopped making rovers, and died. Just straight up died, as he could not defend against the raids from Wraxell. Well,
that means the series is tied, right? So Akumar took game 1 on Eye of Horus. Wraxell took game 2 on Pools of Eyeless, and game 3 is on High Noon.
Oh man, I'm happy. I've liked every game I think I've seen on this. Has been somewhat interesting. Even the ones that go early are still relatively interesting as we see something different. But
yeah, I mean it's great that so many labs have viability, both factions have viability, and things just get a little crazy.
That's for sure. Well, I am good if you're good, and we can go in and see. All right, so swapping over. Game 3 on High Noon versus Akumar versus Wraxell. And it looks like, is this the first time we've seen Akumar play core in this set? I think it is.
I think it is. And so, this is a lore matchup right here. We got the red core versus the blue arm. Hello.
Look, we gotta get a lore master in here to actually watch this. Write this down. Volshock, take notes.
I'm on it. Don't worry. So first you e-stall. Okay. Yep. So no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of interesting. In this, I'm curious what Wraxell's going to arm vehicle for. Like, is he going to go for a little more aggressive and try and get across with blitzes, or is this for something later in the game? I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
I mean, I'm not 100% sure either. I think if you want to go bots, you kind of have to go core just because ticks feel awful now.
Yeah.
And so, the Rascal Rover meta is in full swing. Yes. I guess also if your vehicles, you do have the option of like the amphibious raid. We saw, what was the last series we watched? Someone got like a ton of value off one of their gar pikes, not alligator, gar pike.
Can I just once again say that you called them Gatorades? Can I just?
No, I said the gator and then raid as in two separate words, not Gatorade.
Okay, you guys go back and tell me, did he say Gatorades? Am I crazy? I don't know. We'll let the viewers decide, bullshit.
Stop scamming the people. Stop scamming the people.
Oh,
back to the game. Wraxell has his first expanding con, and it's actually going to go north instead of towards mid. And Akumar is going to expand with a con towards mid, and it looks like he might be calm walking with no BP on his lab. Oh wait, no, he's going to stop.
Yeah, another reason I think why we're seeing a lot of vehicle opens is not just like the amphibious raids, but the amphibious constructor. I feel like once you have a moment to stop and make it, has decent value. There's a decent amount of C-Mexes.
That's true, yeah.
Which, I mean, that hasn't been often, I guess, right? That people have committed for, as it is very expensive and relatively, low utility. Like it's you're getting a few mexes out of it, and then what? I don't know. Like you might as well go with Sea Lamb, and you can do more with that. This is a lot of rovers, actually. Ooh, self-dev from Akumar. Unfortunate, doesn't connect with any
Doesn't
of them.
quite get it.
Ooh, Akumar making a very early LLT on his base. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him calm walk soon, as he has a lot of BP on his base. But
Yeah, I mean, he kind of needs to leave. It's a little scary because Wraxell has his commander expanding and a con expanding just behind all this aggression. So as long as he can keep Akumar trapped in space, he can just slowly outscale him. And economically, those numbers are not looking good.
yeah, it's already really rough. I mean, Akumar has one con out, but it is totally undefended, and I don't know if Akumar has any units to he should be able to get there in time to defend the con, but he's still stuck on only his base mechs, and he's not con walking at all. Both cons have gone out. If this succeeds, this will be the first time we've seen somebody do a no com walk on this map and survive, as it seems very powerful to com front.
I mean, yeah, I just don't think it's worth it. Like, Wraxell already has 2 of the 2.6 mexes. Those in-base mexes are only 1.9s, and his commander is going to get there, take those mexes and LLT, so it's going to be much, much harder for him to raid front.
Yeah.
And he'll be behind economically.
Just securing in that mid position turns into such a huge economic boon, as you can just for free expand in the back, grab every max, grab your geos, and there's really not a lot you have to worry about. Whereas, you know, Akumar's still just on the defensive here. Wraxell's just making nothing but rovers and just totally out harassing him. Akumar's just kind of falling apart.
Yeah, I mean, it really feels like it. He can't. It feels like he almost needed to LLT before he dropped the mexes, but he's so poor he kind of couldn't. And, you know, he is just struggling. But you're looking at like, what, 13 metal a second against 25, and he's still expanding.
I almost
he still has all these mid mexes.
I almost feel like this is a build order difference. Like he's just behind off of decision making. Like Wraxell just has so many more mexes. He has a safer bait. He's just continuing the aggression. Like, this is the benefit of the commander walk, is you just get your commander to block off mid so early. I don't know. This is looking very bad for Akumar. Ooh, LOT is actually e-stalling on the way up. Oh, but Akumar might be able to defend this. He did. Oh, the rover was hidden behind the mechs. He couldn't actually kill it. Oh, man.
Wraxell has like almost a full line of LLTs defending mid now. So even if all these rovers are cleaned up, he can just send it back. And I mean, there's reclaim, but they're rovers, right? Like that, you're like, oh my God, there's so many wrecks. And then you click a commander and it's like 500 metal when he's like 2,000 metal behind.
Yeah, like it is like, okay, this is a lot of metal being left on the ground, but also there's a lot of value being done with that 500 metal he's leaving on the ground.
And his expanding con north doesn't have anything protecting it.
Oh man, this is just good luck round of it. Akumar knows, like, wow, this is bad. Everything has just gone so terribly. I mean, we started this saying, you know, Wraxell's an absolute monster in this early game, like, APM check, and kind of showing it as he's dismantled this man. Not on macro, not on anything outside of he's just had a better build, and he microed his little cars a little better than the other guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's scary, right? Like, he's done all this damage, and he's like full metal, full E. Like, he has like multiple cons building solars. He's like spamming out cons. He still has other things to take, but he has the whole front defended with LLTs, and he has all those mexes, and he's literally just accessing.
He's actually, I just had to look, he is actually accessing metal, which, you know, look, Wraxell get that free-for-all arc going, you know, and if he was macroing properly behind this, holy, would this game even be further ahead than he actually already is. As it looks like finally his rovers are gonna get cleaned up after all of that. Oh my God. No.
You know, I almost...
one little rover. Oh my God.
There's LLTs though, right?
Yeah,
It can't get anything.
He might get a little sneaky and cheeky with the hiding in the LLT's like line of sight shadow.
He tried, but no.
Oh man, couldn't quite reach it. Unfortunately.
Akumar is making a sacrifice to the solar gods, but
Yeah,
Oh, he's going to take Geo.
Wraxell's
Okay.
immediately going to a Geo. Yeah, he doesn't quite have the E for this. He's swapping over to making some basic solars, but
You know, I agree with you. I feel like, I mean, let's be real. Muskrat, are they muskrats? Yeah, muskrats are expensive.
yeah.
Like there's no doubt about it. But I instead of losing mexes and cons all this time, like just making one early, because how many there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's
Yeah.
6 C-mexes, and I feel like you could totally cap that with the muskrat and then just bring it back, you know? Like you would at least have some sort of metal.
Yeah, it's like the E cost, right? Like, is so high early. I don't dislike it. I don't know. I have not seen it a lot, and I imagine from the more experienced 1v1ers that have like actually been labbing this map out, there's probably a reason I'm not seeing it very often. As maybe
I
people
mean,
don't feel the expense is
it is
worth it.
expensive, but it's not like it's what? It's less. It's 900. No, it's 3500 E versus 2100 E. So it's 1400 more energy, which is true,
Yeah,
but
that's a lot. Like it's like almost a con turret, right? Like that's a lot of E.
yeah, fair enough.
That's a lot of E. Which I mean, realistically, I in my head I feel like it should be worth it, but also like we see a lot of transitions to like hovers, or we see transitions to C-cons, and like for like a C-lab, and you know, if
Yeah,
you're gonna do that, why waste the metal on an amphibious con that's not going to get that much value? Like, I don't know.
Air Lab is down, and we got banshees.
I like it. Yeah, you know what? He knows he's ahead. He's got his geo. He's still metal dumping a lot of this. Even swapping to an amphibious con, which you know I still kind of like it. I do. As he can just keep grabbing mexes. I wonder, does he go
Does he
economic
call?
damage?
That's what I was just trying to think. Like, I feel like you can snipe the LLTs pretty easy. So you could either kill the LLTs, or
Nah, just go
you
for
might just try to
mexes.
snipe the commander. I will say, I watched a game. This is, I don't know, BPL season 4 or something, where Chisato went Banshee, and it was against who's the guy who used to play ARM all the time? Contra.
Ubi? Oh, Contra? Oh, okay.
Contra. And he hunted his commander, and Contra kept having to cloak his calm and then run. And I realized like it was just a massive E damage play.
Yeah,
like he didn't actually plan to kill him, but he's just like, oh yeah, your commander's cloaked, and it's 1,000 E a second. But here come 10 banshees. Ooh, boy.
I'm thinking he's going for the con. He's spreading. No, he's going for the con. Okay.
Yeah, he's going for the calm.
Because like, man, I don't know. This is a. It could work. Akumar is gonna cloak. The scout is here, and it's gonna be a while.
Oh no, the wind is dropping.
Oh, this is messed up. Actually, wow. I almost feel like Akumar needs to bring like incisors over here, but he doesn't actually have that many. He's bringing them over to start shooting the banshees down, but. Oh, this is so. The wind is going lower. This is so mean. Wow, what's happening?
Is 38%? He's oh no.
The Geo's done. Okay, the Geo just finished.
He needs to move.
He does, but
He's
I don't
not
think
moving.
he can.
There we go. Oh, no, I think he's dead. I don't think he gets. Yeah, he's gonna die.
Oh, the lashers are on the way, but oh, this is sad. Wow.
Yeah, good game. Ooh.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Like, you reach this point with this map, you just get all your mexes, you secure your front with the comm walk, and then you just engage full shenanigans. And that's what we saw as Wraxell opted for a Banshee snipe, and realistically, kind of looked pretty strong. And once again, if we were ignoring that Akumar was fully dead off of just the rover harass, which was kind of insane. But yeah, that is the last game between Wraxell and Akumar. And if we go look, I wonder, Group D, yeah, 2-1, Wraxell Akumar. Kind of a wild set. 2-1, all things considered. Akumar gave us our only win from ARM on Eye of Horus, which is always impressive. And Wraxell was kind of just showing that he's really strong in the first few minutes. Like, that man is scary to play against.
It was awesome. It was incredibly good rover harass.
Yep.
So Group D just has the final round left, the elimination final. So we have to say goodbye to Akumar, unfortunately, but he does finish 9 to 16th. And then he will be joined in defeat by either Vetter or Wraxell. But the winner of that is going on to the round of 8. So this group is going to send Sash and one of those two. So it's almost done. Just one more series in the Raptor petting zoo brackets.
I mean, if I had to think about it, like Vetter already 2-0'd Wraxell, right? And now they're going for a rematch. I have a feel like surely Vetter could go the distance, and this could be Vetter coming out of this as like the winner of the losers bracket, uh, as like the
It very
second
well
winner of
could be,
D.
yeah.
It could be cool.
I think that's a little bit of a grudge match though, because
Yeah.
for those of you who didn't watch qualifiers, Wraxell is in clan APM, as is Mirrored Stance, and Vetter beat Mirrored Stance in qualifiers, and Mirrored Stance as a result retired from bar.
Look, I hope that's not true, as that set was so funny. Mirrored, just not you. Look, I mean, how many people are going to get in that position that Mirrored was in and absolutely panic? Because Vetter was actually fully throwing himself at Mirrored. Okay, like we shouldn't blame Mirrored. Should not blame himself. It was one of those moments. If you haven't experienced it, it can be stressful, and it was frankly a very fun set to watch.
Yeah, it was an incredible set to watch. But I think that's it from
That's
us,
it.
unless you have anything else. So yeah, last one, and Group D will be finished.
Yep.
Hope everyone had a great time watching, and we'll see you in the next games or in the round of 8.
Yeah. We'll see you later.